Mandy.
Mandy.
She's just off to sleep now.
Yeah, you're happy about that.
Just been playing us some white noise.
White
and
noise.
driving her around the village.
Oh, lovely.
Get her off to sleep.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been up at all night long.
Has that been working all right for you then?
It's work, I'm telling you now, it is work.
So baby is full-time job?
Baby is full-time, yeah, full-time, and I would say anyone who is saying it's a baby holiday, which I have heard before, needs to do one.
Have a baby holiday?
A baby holiday if...
What's a baby holiday? Is that when you go away without the baby or with the...
That's it, you get a break. But yeah, I've heard it before, where someone said, oh, is your other half... They're having a baby holiday, which means maternity leave, or you know, if you're off full time looking after them, it's like seen as a holiday.
Yeah.
That kind of work and the labour of caring. It is,
Labour of
caring. It is though, but you know, it's beautiful, but it comes with. I mean, me and Ange.
Oh, is Ange coming?
I think so.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I think she's booked in actually.
She's booked in.
She's booked in. Yeah.
Oh my God. Sorry I'm late. I'm so sorry. I just had a really bad night. Really knackered. Have you got coffee, Helen? Have you got coffee?
I've got a coffee, yeah. I'll sort you out. Coming
Leo's had a bad night again. Just can't settle him. I've got a new plan every night. Every night. Yeah. It's exhausting this.
There's never an answer actually.
There is no plan and there is no answer. Just sit down. Need you today, Helen. Need you.
Yeah, we just heard the words today, aren't we? Get you nice.
Yeah, we need to be rejuvenated, don't we? You know, look at Leo. He's like, you can tell he's had a bad night. His hair's everywhere.
Are you having a baby holiday like this one as well?
God, I've just been asked about that out there. It's disgraceful, isn't it? Baby holiday? I want baby for life. Baby for life, not just for Christmas.
Investment in people. Yeah, hopefully not just for Christmas.
Ah, dear. Ah, so there we go. There they are, the beautiful babies.
They are the beautiful babies. They're very quiet now, really.
Yeah, they're calm now. It's Helen's power, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah.
The frequency in the salon.
Yeah, they know this. Places of leisure. Don't forget you're a lady of leisure as well. We've had that one, haven't we, Anna, many times.
What do you mean you're a lady of leisure?
Oh yeah, that's another accusation. And what you're going to do all day? How do you feel your day? How do you feel your day? All that.
I'd like to do what you do.
Yeah. How do you do it? How do you do it? It must be really boring.
We're having a salon now.
Yeah.
But we're worth
Having a beautiful
That's the
curl.
other thing, isn't it, of almost feeling like you have to justify. You're justifying your existence if you do anything nice.
Yeah, it's true though, isn't it? It's allowing yourself something, but justifying your existence anyway. If you've taken time to care for your babies, you feel it's a societal problem, isn't it? Because people can't understand it, or you're seen as privileged, or maybe the opposite of that you are a dosser, you're a scrounger. You get all this stuff, Helen, honestly.
Because you're at home with the babies then?
Yeah, you're not out making the dollar.
People are judging you for. Right, okay.
Yeah, and actually quite often it isn't necessarily, it seems to be, I mean, I think the way government I'm blaming all the governments, but
you're right though.
It's policies and all the language that comes out is parents, have the kids, and then it's now become so normal to think that children can fit around both parents working.
Yeah. A very adult life, a very adult-centred world, isn't it? We've moved away from a child.
And now we were at the Sheffield Labour Party conference, and I've forgotten.
Hunting down.
Yeah,
hunting down. Stephen Kinnock. We got Stephen Kinnock.
We hunted the
Andrew Marr.
Police people.
Plainclothes
that were mainly men, actually. Anyway, oh gosh, well, Rachel Reeve. I mean, I'm not having a go at Rachel. But the policy of the breakfast clubs is just another thing of saying the best start in life
is outside of the home.
Yeah.
That someone else is going to provide the best start, so you don't need to worry about that, because really what they want is everyone working, GDP looks great, all the rest of it, and they've undermined the confidence of a parent, I think, haven't they?
Like parents can't do the duty or do the job correctly.
Yeah, but the professional's going to do it, and they're going to provide a good breakfast at the same time. You're a crap chef and you're a crap parent.
You're either going to pay not a lot for it. So, for example, nursery, you know, getting paid peanuts for doing the job, the extra
hugely responsible
job. Breakfast club's free. In order to get, I'm not saying people don't need it, but you've been forced the choice. I mean, that's what a Mother's Home Matter that we're part of, is that it is about this erosion of choice for families.
Yeah.
And, you know, the parent-infant relationship, and dare we say mother and child relationship,
is mum's a dirty word, I think, sometimes.
It's important for the health of human beings.
Do you think
stability
that when women had equal rights, that things started to change for a woman, and that made the government look at women as more of a working person than an actual mother?
I think.
Do you get what I mean?
Yes,
I think, yeah.
Because then when you had when women started to work, everything started going up. Rent went up.
Yes.
This went
because
up.
you were priced out of.
You got the two people, so it was like forcing women back into work.
Yeah, because you couldn't afford to exist on one salary, and that's the situation we've got to this day. Yeah. Now, a lot of people would say, well, you know, it's my choice to be in work, and I need that for that part of my nature, my soul, my whatever. And okay, that's fine, isn't it? But what about those people that want to stay and be with the baby that you've just had, that you've just carried for 9 months, you know, and I don't know, we've moved to a...
We've gone from, I suppose, like women, you know, it was a battle to get these sort of rights for women to be able to be up there on the whatever top tables or to have a choice in that. But what has come from that is that the choice then, it is then seen as the external world as being the thing that will give you all the fulfillment, all of that. You know, we've had it many a time. What about you? Why don't you do you?
You do
need
you.
to get back to doing you.
She's doing you.
You're doing I'm having the
Ellen's doing you.
Doing you, lady of leisure.
Yes, doing the lady of leisure. In itself. Again, we mentioned, haven't we? Lady of leisure. So you've either got kind of the dosser or the lady of leisure, because now it is to be able to do it. You're either on benefits, which actually, can I say that the rules now have changed so much for parents who are on universal credit, that when the baby turns 1, you are then having to prove what you're doing in your attempt to get a job.
Get back into
until
work.
That child, I think, is about career, or they start school, you're having to attend interviews.
So they're actually...
So you're almost already again seeing that.
There's no value in what you've done for that year.
It's not work. Yeah.
No value in it.
And so you need to be
You're not productive.
Instead of, it used to be that you did have more benefits. Yeah. And it's shameful, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. It's like a sort of hunt, isn't it? A witch hunt of the person that's chosen to be with the baby. You've got to answer for what you're doing there. Whereas, I mean, you're doing something so valuable, aren't you?
Who, you know, they can't live on their partner's wage for them to, and the whole logistics of, you know, what picking up, dropping off, what if my child's ill?
The strain.
And then they're saying, but I do want to work. It's the shame. And you think, but you are working. And then sometimes they're like, a light will go and they'll go, yeah, I am working. This is work.
But that comes to that idea, doesn't it? We have to change the way we talk about caring for other people. Like you said, it's paid on the pittance. If you're in a care home, you're paid naff all.
Yeah.
If you're in a nursery, you're paid naff all. If you then choose to do it at home, you're a nothing. You've not contributed. You're not productive. No. You're what was it? Inactive. Economically inactive.
It's all about the economics.
It's all about the economics. It's not about building the family, is it? The families are stretched to the breaking point, but the economy and the GDP is looking great. So who gives a shit? And that. So you're just denigrated, aren't you? You're made to feel like what you've done is a nothing. But when I look at my own family and how I was brought up, you know, I know it's not a nothing. I know it, but you're made to doubt that a lot.
And that's all the government's really bothered about, really. The economy economy, because that's what keeps them in power.
Yeah.
It keeps them having a wage and keeps them thriving. They don't look at the bigger picture.
I know, and I think,
struggling
yeah,
at home with families.
Emotional stability and
you know, we've sort
the
of
input.
heard that this offer of 30 hours free childcare, which turns out to be not free or whatever, and not, you know, you've got that being offered to new parents to put a baby into nursery at 9 months old. I mean, also there is no evidence that that is good for
a 9-month-old.
You know? So, but at the same time, you're thinking, okay, yeah, choice or whatever, but actually, so if you're incentivizing parents to put their children to be looked after by somebody else, that's two people then in work, isn't it? And you're thinking, well, what about the choice to be able to do it yourself?
Yeah.
You know, relationships, that is what makes you happy, isn't it? That's how, you know, relationships are the core to everything.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we are
investment
told
in a person.
that babies are better off with somebody else.
But then I don't think that they are.
No.
Should be at home
No, I
with the
know,
family.
and that, I mean, look, you know, I know people who work in, like we had the greatness of Splat, didn't we? And I've had Marsden Playgroup, and I know they are loving, caring people. I will never ever take that away. And they can do, you know, wonderful things for you. But from 9 months, the person that little baby needs, and this is controversial now, Helen. We're going into controversial territory now. Is, let's be honest, they need to look into your eyes, don't they? They need to see that you're around, and that person in the nursery or whatever can't provide that same intense bond and love, can they?
I remember, like,
It's
when I
not
was
the same.
younger, like going to school, I don't want to go to school today. Mummy, can you stay off work? I want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that as a young child, you know, I have parents working. And like, although my mum worked part-time and she did pick us up from school, it's still like, I didn't want to go into school. I wanted to be at home with my mum and my dad. Do you know? I wanted to play with them. I wanted to see what they were doing. Do you know?
Yeah, it's your place of comfort, isn't it?
You learn a lot from your parents.
Oh gosh, you do. You do. It's
That
undervalued so much. That's another thing, isn't it? Education, early education. They're going to get an early education, Helen, from 9 months up. But what the dickens, my kids are perfectly bright kids. They've not needed a formal education from 9 months. It's enough to go in at 4, isn't it?
I'm going to be controversial now. Are they wanting you to be in an education so they can program your children from a young age to do what they want you to do?
Well, exactly. There's all wrapped up in it, isn't it? All these things. But it's also, it's a load of gumph, but it's undermining the confidence of the parent again, because the parent, and I remember what it was like to have my daughter in Madrid. Totally isolated actually, and it was really difficult, and people kept saying, but you know, she'll really come on if she goes to nursery. These were people who hadn't even had children that I'd worked with as teachers, but I was thinking, maybe that's what she needs. But I knew deep down I didn't want to sort of surrender her over and things. But your confidence, you're not massively confident.
Isn't it? It's your instinct as
so you have to
sort of suppressed.
And you're being told one line, aren't you? And you think, oh, what's best for my baby? But there needs to be the other voice saying...
I know, because that's the other thing, Helen, is it is about to have the choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because people should be able to
they could do what they want.
In their family unit, however their family unit is made up, to have the choice. But at the moment, there is no choice.
There's no financial viability for a lot of people, is there? It's like Helen was saying, we've been priced out of being able to care for our own kids. You know, house prices, everything relies on 2 people working. And that is, something's got to change. If they've got money to put into this 9 months up and funding for nurseries, there's money in the pot somewhere.
And why can't they do that for women that want to stay at home with the kids?
Yeah.
This is the thing, I think, because quite often those people who are doing that are so busy. Look, as we know how labour intensive that is. They're so busy looking after their kids that they don't have the voice. So this is why, you know, Ange and I and Mothers at Home Matter, we want to be the voice, because we remember what it was like. You don't have the time to be doing. You are so busy.
You're doing your job, aren't you? You're doing your job.
It's so inherently unfair what has gone on, that it is so weird.
So do you think that we could have possibly been manipulated over the years?
I don't know, Helen. I don't know. I sort of think that we've carried on down a road, and not
fighting.
really considered. You know, on one side, you don't want women to go back to, you know, to feel
having no choice, because that's not right either.
And that goes down the road as well. Of it's always seen as some kind of right wing. Let those mummies, and it's like, no, it's not political. It's not a party thing.
No.
It is about human beings having the choice to organise their families and to be able to also recognise, I mean, there is a biology to it. And okay, fair enough, in your family unit, however that works, you know, there shouldn't be the judgment of, you know, the dad staying at home or doing it both part-time, but it's got to the point where I think parents are exhausted.
Yeah, because they're doing a full-time job, and then they're coming home and they're looking after the kids.
And it's breeding a lot of problems within a family unit, isn't it? I mean, my God, I would have imploded. Yeah. I would have imploded if I'd been dashing about trying to do it all.
Doing everything all at the same time.
All at once.
Yeah.
Can't there be periods in your life? Can't the government allow a child rearing period, a decent child rearing period?
And it should be seen as the power boss.
The powerful thing to do. Empower that period.
Children, you know, and you think how much we've learned to be in our communities.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And all the skills that you learn.
The relationships.
Alongside that, Neha, can't remember her name now. Neha.
Oh, we need to pass you Neha. Yeah, Neha Roosh.
She's written a really good book called The Power Pause, and it's about not putting us in boxes. I think she's called Mother Untitled or something.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, the whole working mum, stay-at-home mum. It's like fluid. You know.
Oh no, we don't need these titles, do we?
Need them. But she talks about it being a time to grow.
Yeah.
And you know, things that you maybe want to try, that you want to change or something, or enjoying the simple
God, we've
things
grown.
in life.
We've grown so much. We've grown. I've got my T-shirt on my jumper on saying "Let's grow together. Let's grow together." Haven't I? But that's it. That's what we're doing. But that's what we're doing. I've learned so much about myself by having this power pause, Anna.
Yeah.
By empowering myself in a pause somewhere. I've learned so much. I've done so much that I wouldn't have done if I was on the same trajectory, which was I really enjoyed actually, which was teaching secondary school. Bloody loved it. When my daughter came along, you know, I was totally thrown and I was missing that side of my life. But then once I embraced and accepted, you know, I've learned so much about myself.
The other thing that is missed quite often is that time spent building relationships in the place that you live.
Yeah.
Building the relationships with your children.
Well, we got Helen.
With Helen. The hairdressers,
always at the hairdresser and the beauty salons.
And the spas. You know, it's you know, the people who are just in your community.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the toddler group, maybe it's the library, maybe it's in the local greengrocers.
Yeah.
But
the
those
time
things,
to chat and invest.
Actually, if you're talking about children, and they are the things that sustain you, having people to look out for you in your community, build these relationships. Something's going on. Okay, you might have loads of money. You might have, you know, but actually, what are the things that are really good when the shit hits the fan?
When the chips are down.
You need people. Your children need to know people, and they need to know how to behave in a world.
Yeah.
With you role modelling that, and I'm not saying that you can't learn those skills, but I think one-to-one. Come on, we need to be able
Kids
to
need
say,
to know they're important, don't they?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that people that have, you know, gone out to work, etc., their kids don't feel important. I'm not saying that. But you've got to invest in a person, haven't you? And at the moment, people must be so stretched in households just trying to get enough money in to feed the kids or pay the rent or whatever. There's got to be some sort of shift here.
That's another way where they make them go to like these preschools.
Yeah.
Like women that can't afford to feed babies during the day and stuff like that. At least there's food provided there with your 30 hours free. Do you get what I mean?
No,
that's another sort of like little scope to bring people in.
That is that other side of almost thinking, instead of supporting those parents to be better mothers, or parents,
they've put it.
It's almost like we want your child to be in earlier so the professionals can sort it out.
Yeah.
And what is that idea of kind of you earn less money or you are of a lowest whatever, you are not going, you have the love.
I know.
Why is it kind of this idea?
State intervention, isn't it?
That intervention in, you know, or they might be on benefits that child needs to be in, but actually those people may be absolutely brilliant at relationships, loving, playing, all of that, family stuff, community stuff, and when it's told to you, whereas if you support families, go right back to, when you are pregnant. I know these are big things, aren't they? But actually, you need to go back to the root of it. And I think the other thing I was thinking just then is that people do talk a lot about how lonely having a baby can be. And part of that reason is
there's no one there.
Working.
There's no one there anymore.
When just do it 9 months, let's go back in again. But if you
don't need to be lonely, it's all right. And they'll all mingle. I've hopefully got friendships for life from having time with the kids, with you, Anna, with Amy, with Hayes. And, I remember when Anna's kids started school and a couple of other mates' kids started school, I used to go down the park, there was no one there, or there was a nanny and me, or a grandma and me. And it's sad, isn't it? We've got to have some sort of cultural shift here, I think. What was I coming up with? The 3 C's, Anna?
Oh, 3 C's. What's the 3
C's? Hang on, I don't think. Choice to be able to care. We need some sort of financial choice available, don't we?
Yeah.
Choice. We want to change the way that carers are spoken about. Change it. We want to change the way that kids are spoken about, because there's this whole thing about the childcare burden. How awful is that for a kid? Yeah. Well, governments talk about a childcare burden like it shouldn't always fall to the mum.
I think
the burden of childcare.
Women, and that's the other thing about there are some ideas of, and that's why we say at Monster Home Matter that we're not changing it to parents at home, because there are voices for dads, but the mother's role is
fundamental, isn't it?
It's fundamental, but also there are sort of views of kind of like other countries, maybe they're doing use it or lose it paternal leave, which some people say no, the dad needs to be, or the other partner, because you might have a same-sex couple, the other partner needs to know how to do it. They need to be having equal split. And to us, that's not a choice then, is it? They lose that right, or they lose that extra funding or help to be at home, but you are splitting, and that should be choice.
You know what you're doing as well? You're eroding the power of what it is to be a mother, right? Because feminism is said, primarily focused on the idea that to be empowered as a woman, you should be out there externally in the workforce, earning, building your career and all that. What about when you look at, you go in the museum, don't you? There's the figure of the mama. Mm. And the mama was revered. Yeah. She was revered. What about, you've taken away that feminine power, haven't you? You're saying it's all about what you can earn or your status as a female. Isn't that a big status to be able to have, cared for your kids and to have inputted? I don't know. We've eroded it, haven't we?
Yeah, that we almost can't.
Should be a really sexy superpower. It's a sexy superpower.
Sexy superpower.
Two S's and 3 C's. But that's the confidence. That's my 3rd C. Because that's the confidence, isn't it? That's been taken away. We should have a sexy superpower as the female mama.
Yeah, sexy superpower.
The mama. It is. It's like...
It is.
I don't know. There's loads in this, isn't there? We're not trying to denigrate those people who do feel the need to get that external accolade from working and all that. That's great. Those women can do that. We're saying...
Those things can also come. There should be a place for all
these time.
Choices. It is that other thing, isn't it, about you've got to just quick, come on, get back out there, quick, because it's all going to be ruined for you. It's all going to be ruined for you. You're going to be
miss all your career progression.
You're going to be on the shelf now. It's the same old thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like before with if you don't get a husband, you're going to be on the shelf. Your life is going to be shit.
Yeah, which is a bag of crap, isn't it, really?
It's a bag of crap.
It totally is.
It's still the husband, still not boyfriend.
And still rocking it.
Love my life.
Absolutely, Helen, and rocking it, and absolutely rocking it. And do you know what? When I went to Madrid, when I moved out there, I knew everyone else was all coupled up, paired up. I was thinking, no one ever wants me. What's wrong with me? I'm feeling pretty crap. Because the expectation was, you've got to be married at 30, if not before. And I was like 30 odd thinking, Christ, I've missed that boat. I went out to Madrid and, I don't know if this is going to go on camera, but my daughter was unplanned. I hadn't been with Ollie for long. And we were just like, oh my God. That was not planned at all. I thought I was never going to have kids or find a partner. You know, I managed to have bagged him now, Helen. There's no escape. But it is a kind of, crazy expectations, crazy ideas that we try to fight against, aren't we?
And that brings up on the topic, like it's the way that people are programmed to believe that this is what society expects of you, in a way. And it's not something that should be expected of you. You should be able, like you say, have the choice in how you want to run your life.
And your family or
but
your
I don't
own.
want a baby and I don't want to get married. Why should I be judged and penalised for that?
Yeah.
Like you guys have babies and you want to stay at home as mothers. Why are you judged as being ladies of leisure? Or,
to be fair,
not contributing. We are ladies of leisure.
You are now today.
For these 10 minutes, Helen, then we're off to Aldi. Let's get
Do you know
real.
what I mean? It's wrong that we judge like that. Do you know?
But we've got better, haven't we, as a society, as people standing up, really, minorities or whatever, and saying, we're not having that anymore. And I suppose, it's sad, isn't it? But we've become a minority, haven't we, Anna?
Yeah.
We're a minority, and we're standing up now and saying, come on, we're not asking for much here. It is a choice.
But it
shouldn't be a privilege to be with your own kids.
Yeah.
Our children are older now. Obviously, we have just given birth to these.
Yeah,
two
we've had these two as well recently.
But our children are older, and it just feels so strongly that it should be for those little faces.
Oh, those lovely little faces.
Those little baby faces,
God.
those little toddler faces, and
no one's love is like the mother's and father's love.
No.
Do you get what I mean? So sending them to that preschool and that, although they are learning social skills, they're not going to gain the love.
But I think
that they're going to gain from the parents.
I think it's got so kind of earlier and earlier and earlier, and I know there's this sort of idea that the sort of natural, that you have the baby, it starts off in the family, and you gradually. They then go into the wider community. We're almost with you holding their hand. They maybe go for a few hours or whatever, and then they go to school if that's what you choose to do. Some people homeschool themselves. But it is a gradual thing, whereas it has got younger and younger that we're now saying 9 months.
They're okay to go. They're okay.
Paddy your head
Chuck them in.
Yeah.
And that's, I know it's bizarre to me because I see it as natural that, my kid would have wanted to be with me, but the government is saying that you're missing out somehow if you choose that lifestyle. The baby's missing out. There's loads of mixed messages, aren't there, that undermine your confidence then. And then you think, I better send them in. I've got to go back out there. And
yeah, because they want you to... for the economy to pay their wages to boost it.
I mean, that's
absolutely.
That's all they're really interested in. They're not interested in how you feel or how your kids feel.
No.
Because they're not there in the moment while it's all happening, are they?
And I think as well that, I think because if you are looking after your children full time, or even if you are doing part-time, or even if you're in full-time and you have a baby and you would like more time with them, you don't have the time to campaign.
no.
You don't have the time to be able to speak up. So that's why we went last year to the Labour Party conference. And people actually, Helen, they were like, oh.
Well, the babies drew everyone in. Some people were amazed by it. I nearly got on that radio programme, didn't I? So a researcher phoned up. Who's the guy again? Scottish bloke, Nicky Campbell.
Yeah. Right.
So I was going to talk about, because it was when all this nurseries were panicking because they didn't have enough staff to fulfil from 9 months up, everyone was panicking. And I wanted to put the other perspective of, hey, what about, funding to the home, or can we help people to stay with their babies for longer? Yeah. So try to get on the line, and the researcher asked me a load of questions just as I was dropping the kids at school to try to answer, and I gave my opinion on it, and she went, oh, I've never heard that before. I thought, never heard that, but a mum has a baby, isn't that, what? Is this a weird concept that the mum wants to stay with them for a bit? Yeah. But that's how freakishly out there we've got.
Yeah.
We're the out there ones now. We're the crazy ones.
Well, it's even like me. I've always said if I have a kid, I want to make sure that I'm financially stable enough to at least spend the first 6 years at home with them.
Aww.
And that is it. And that's even me planning without being with a man. Do you know, in case you end up being a single
It's always a sperm bank, Helen. You don't.
Well, there you go. Don't worry about that. You wouldn't be careful of those sperm banks. The documentaries I watched. Do you get what I mean? Even like like just that, like I'm 40 and I still think if I want a kid, I want to make sure, even if I am a single mum, before I have a kid, I want to be financially stable where I can have 6 years off work.
Yeah, you want to be there.
Do you know, and have them 2 years off while they're in school to make sure that I am at home for them in case they need me.
Thing is, that is, I mean, I don't know I need to look up about the rules for like single parents as well. But I need to look them up. I don't know, but that's another pressure of that is a vital thing that you are giving to your child, but yet there are pressures to say, unless you are bringing in the cash, how are you juggling that?
I know.
It should be something so important, the parent-infant, mother-infant relationship.
Yeah.
The investment in, I mean, God, come on, it's like when people are coming up with all this stuff now to do with mental health and all of those things, and it's like, it's conveniently just ignored, actually, in any of this childcare debate about what is actually would be the creme de la creme. You know, they talk about breastfeeding without making anyone feel, but should be allowed to say, what is the gold standard? What is the gold standard? Like they say, breastfeeding, but and without making people, so that people are an educated choice.
Yeah, they can
to say, okay, I understand that this is pretty important, this stage. I mean, there was an article today, wasn't about Elon Musk and this bloke, Steve Biddulph, who's done loads of stuff to do with like child development and things, talking about Elon Musk's childhood and things, and saying how the first 3 years in particular, but I mean it's pretty important all the way through teenage, how critical that relationship is to their emotional health, physical health. It's also interlinked.
They want you there.
From the age of, is it 0 to 7? However, how you bring your child up, that programs their personality for the rest of their life.
Scary, but
see the man, see the boy at 7 or
bring
something
me the
like that.
bring me the boy at 7 or something like that. Could be great on these.
We don't know any
Bring me something. Bring me a small child. Oh God. Yeah. So that is really our message, isn't it, Anna? I don't know. We've gone around the houses there, but we've gone around lots of subjects. But we're not saying everybody has to do this, but we're saying
if you want to do
it, there should be a capacity out there. You should be,
and it should be something that is not seen as letting the side down. Or
that you're anti-feminist.
You are suddenly going backwards.
Yeah, you're going back to the kitchen.
Forwards.
But you're not, are you? I'm providing a healthy meal. What's wrong with that? Also, I consider myself to be a damn good chef. But I've gone on a sideline now. But learning new skills, aren't you? But we should recognise it as important, valuable work. And we were even talking about that label, weren't we? Stay-at-home mum, because it's like you've been shoved in there. The keys have been locked and thrown away. You're in there. You're in the kitchen cage. There's no, but
and
really,
no change. And I think I wonder sometimes about mothers at home matter, like that. Sometimes people are a little bit sort of, they don't want to be pigeonholed by the stay-at-home mum because I mean it is true. Both you and I have had periods, haven't we, of being that kind of at home. No paid work or
at the coalface.
But it's fluid. It's about identity essentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think what we've had is that we've grown up in a time, and obviously women are coming through now, where our identity has been mainly about job, career, and so when you do have a baby, you are so blown out. You are blown
throwing the cat amongst the pigeons,
you
isn't it?
are absolutely. What is this?
Yeah, who am I? How do I define myself? Absolutely.
You are, who am I? So it's like a massive, and unless you do have a community around you to support you, to talk about those things and care for you, because that's
to
what
big you up as well. I mean, Anna bigged me up doing it
in that time, because it is such a vulnerable time. You have a baby, you're looking after something, and we've become a world where there isn't the support around you. We've
also become a world, haven't we? And that brilliant thing from Alain de Botton about devotion, where sacrifice You don't have to sacrifice anything if you don't want, but they require a bit of sacrifice.
Yeah,
They need it. I mean, you've got to put yourself a little bit behind for a period of time, and then you think, all right, I'm coming into my own again now, and I'm going to come and get my hair curled, or you know. But you know what I mean. It's about letting go of. It's all about me.
Yeah,
what do I need? What do I want? What am I getting from this? Well, you know, you're passing on, and then you're getting a lot from that, aren't you? Because you're seeing them growing together, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we don't value that, do we? We value who's got the latest bloody car, who's getting this, who's getting that. It's a load of bollocks. When the chips are down, when you're on your deathbed, none of that bollocks matters. None of it. Look at my poor dad now, you know, with the dementia and everything, I'm caring over there. But he is now, you know, we got the photos out yesterday, and I looked back through those and I thought, that's what that man's achieved more than anything in his life. He's provided this beautiful, stable, loving home. He couldn't recognise the people on the photos anymore, but he's provided that. And I see him there and I thought, oh God, the power of all that, of what they both did for us. And we need to start valuing it.
Yeah, we do. Like the evolution, as they say, you know, to have a fulfilling life, you have to give some stuff up sometimes for a period to be able to be.
You actually feel pretty good. You feel pretty good if you do, don't you?
Yeah. And not all about self.
Oh God, I know.
All the
adult self, the adult self. The kids, they'll come along with anything. They'll go along with anything because they've got to.
Yeah.
They've got no bloody choice. Talk about choice. They're just going anywhere. Aren't they? You know, but they're being rattled around everywhere.
Yeah, literally.
Probably like, you know, yeah.
It's just about being able to do what you want to do when you do it, like you say, having the choice.
Allowed the choice, and we're not saying everyone has to.
I mean, with the rolling animal really that works and leaves our kids with someone else, you don't see apes doing that, or deers doing that, or rabbits doing
polar
that.
Bears doing that. Anna loves the polar bear. I know.
So, like, why is it so different from us? Because at the end of the day, we're still an animal, aren't we?
We have those, you know, natural, visceral, whatever you want to call it. It's there.
I suppose that's the team effort when you become a family. That you can't do everything. You can't do.
No.
I mean, you cannot be like CEOs of CEOs. I mean, you can try to.
I'm the CEO of the kitchen.
It's like, oh my God, of trying to stuff everything in.
Oh God,
and
yeah.
You just do this and do that, and then we're all
power couples.
We're all running at a kind of
mad
high
rate.
speed. And then, you know, we have all this stuff now about being calm and
oh God, I know, but it's like a sticking plaster on it, isn't it? It's a sticking plaster. You can't meditate for 2 seconds. Get back on the wheel. Get back on the hamster wheel. Like it, you know. I mean, it's just too much.
Children, you know, teachers having to potty train the kids, having to have brushing their teeth lessons. It's because we're all so busy.
Yeah.
And it's almost seen as something beautiful to so busy.
Yeah, it's seen as a real positive, isn't it? But then there's the counter thing, which is the meditation, the well-being. It's a sticking plaster. Yeah, quickly squash that in. Look, you've done well. You've done good for yourself.
Chill out for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you can deal with them all over again, can't you? You can deal with little kiddies coming through the door.
Yeah, life has just became so fast-paced that people just need to slow it down.
Absolutely, Helen. 100%. We're doing ourselves no favours.
Slow it down.
Put the brakes on. Right.